late. So the ones who arrived late, you didn't miss much. So I just wanted to make sure that you're not missing that much. The reason I got off the throne and came down to speak is, number one, I wanted to see everybody's face, because many of you, like I said at the very beginning, I haven't seen for a very long time. And there's also a number of people that I'm seeing for the very first time, so I wanted to see everybody. And number two is, I get off the throne in respect to our older generation, because of their hard work, because of their hardship, because of the sufferings that they have gone through the revolution, Second World War, and after emigrating to the United States and working so hard and struggling to preserve our culture, our identity, our language, and everything. Because of their hard work, you know, I want to pay my respects and dedicate today's gathering to the older generation. And because of you, because of your hard work, you know, we are gathered here as Mongols, as Kalmyks, or simply as decent human beings. So I think here today, I was just, as we were reciting the preliminary prayers, and just observing this beautiful temple, what it represents, how much it represents. It is not just religion. It is not just our faith. It symbolizes and represents our culture. And when you speak about culture, culture has so many different branches. It's the language, it's the folklore, it's the dances, it's the tradition, it's the dress, it's the hats, it's the colors, and it's the art as well. And everything in this temple not only represents the teachings of Buddha, but it also represents the rich art and culture. And I'm looking at these banners. If you look in between the tankas, those multicolored banners, I just kind of visualize, you know, our older generation coming together and following the instructions of the monks, how to do it properly. Whether they knew the meaning or not, that's a different, whole completely different story. But the hardship that they put through, the effort that they put through. And you know what? I'm sure they were as busy as you are today back then. But regardless of their time, regardless of their families, they always made sure to put set time aside to work on this beautiful horo. And back in the day, you know, all our ajas and avas, they had 4, 5, 6 children. And today we only have 2 children. And we always make an excuse that we don't have enough time. We're too busy. Yes, it is true. I understand. Times are different. Lifestyles are different. The way we think, our mentality is different. It is true, and I agree. But just look at all this art, all the you know, how to say, banners, the tankas, in the temple itself. You know, it took us 3 years to build this temple, beginning in 1973, finishing in 1976. So it is all their time and effort that they put together. And because of their hardship, because of their hard work, because of their Tsagan Sar, because of their buyun, which means because of their good heart, because of their merit that they put into this to build the temple, because of their effort we are gathered here today. So I wanted to dedicate by getting off the throne and paying my respects to the older generation. And I want to thank you from the very bottom of my heart. I want to thank Yenden Manya, who's physically not here, but I'm sure he is with us spiritually, and where he will always be with us spiritually as well. Who was the last standing Mongol? Because back in the 70s, when I was little, before I was sent off to India, I remember our Sangha community. We had Inner Mongolians, we had Mongolians, we had Buryats, we had Kalmyks, and as well as we had Tibetans. So we definitely went through a very dark period. Whether in Kalmykia, whether in Russia, whether here in the United States, we all went through different struggles. And not only that, many decades, and maybe 2 generations are even passing by now. So now, we have this great worry about becoming a extinct or endangered species or endangered culture. We are all worried about that.